Anine, beading with diabetes is something that I would like to discuss today. I have been beading the majority of my life. Beading was my first love before I got married the first and second time, before I had my 3 kids, before I had my first kiss. I've always been in love with beading. So, one of the things I also love is sugar. And fortunately, that was a bad combo for my lifestyle. And also being indigenous, we are prone to develop type 2 diabetes. And I've had it for almost 15 years now. And I considered it controlled because I was taking my medicine. I was still on medicine. I wasn't on insulin. I tried whatever came out. I did it. I even tried Ozempic, which was a hell week. My friends will never stop hearing about how terrible Ozempic was. But, I always took my medicine. I didn't try very hard as in diet control. I know it was possible because I had gestational diabetes twice, and I stuck to that diet, and I did really well. In fact, I lost weight when I was pregnant both those times. So diabetes has always been a back burner issue for me. Not that it should be, but I had a visit today, last week, with a eye doctor. I went with my 16-year-old son, and we did dual eye appointments. And that's when I was told that I have the beginning stages of a diabetic background retinopathy, where it is the small vessels in the back of my eye are bleeding. And if my blood sugars are still uncontrolled, it could cause blindness. This kind of hit me like a sledgehammer in the face. I asked, well, would it be laser surgery is the next step? And he said, well, if it remains uncontrolled, we'll start doing injections in your eye. And I looked over at my 16-year-old who was still in the room, and I thought he was going to pass out. He looked exactly how I felt, like I was just going to pass out. And I couldn't imagine not being able to see even my children's faces, my grandchildren's faces, like my whole life. And then all my beads. Who would take all of my beads? I know my son likes to bead now, but, there's still so many projects, so many futures with it that I really realize that I have to get a handle on this. It's affecting a lot of, it's affecting my beading. It's affecting, basically my academic work is about beading, writing, computer screens, researching, all of that. There's not one thing that I can think of that I do that probably doesn't require some sort of eyesight. So I am trying to lower my A1Cs. I have a very high A1C. I'm a 10.8. The doctor would like to see it down to a 7.7. They are considering insulin. If not, then I would just have to take insulin every day, which I don't want to do, but I would rather take insulin and be able to see. So right now I'm combating it with diet. I'm going to try to do the same gestational diabetic diet that I did, where I was able to have good blood sugars. And that was for 30 carbohydrate grams per meal and 15 carbohydrates per snack. So I am busy scouring the internet for snack ideas, for meal plans. My husband and my kids are on board. I started buying sparkling water rather than pops, and amazingly enough, my kids drink it up just as much as a pop. I found high protein nacho chips at Costco. They're only 5 grams of carbs, but high protein, I'll take it. and it's natural flavored. So, I'm just busy trying to fit in everything. I'm trying to rearrange my life around my health right now. And even though I would have told you a week ago I'm fine, after 1 week, because I started that day, I gave my chai latte to my son after that appointment, said I don't need this. I feel a lot better. I feel like I'm actually doing something for my health. Blood sugars are still getting lower, but, I know this is a long progress, and, I'll need support. So I thought I would just throw this out there in this TikTok universe so that, maybe I can get points or discuss, or are you going through the same thing? I can't be the only beater out there that, you know, might be losing eyesight or having medical problems. I'm sure we all, bear our own burdens. But this is what I'm dealing with this week. So I tried to make this into a tutorial, but I just couldn't get it together for these earrings. These are one of my favorite things to make. They are herringbone indibelly stitch. I'll do more on that maybe in another video. And peyote stitch, and they're in these triangles, and they kind of make like puffy triangles. So they're one of my favorite things to make. Here I am making 3 earrings for my sister and my 2 beady friends. Over the summer, we beaded 75 loom lanyards for the First Nation Housing Professionals. Butchered that. First Nations Housing Professionals Association. And these are the earrings that I made out of the colors from the lanyards, which I'll show you shortly. I'll post a video on how to make these earrings. I just am not in the best headspace, I think, right now. So, but yeah, these are my favorite little puffy earrings. I made these in the colors and the beads that we made all these lanyards so that I could give to my sisters and my beady sisters. These are sterling silver kidney wire hooks. I absolutely love these. Using them, again, for ear wires. It's kind of like a hard, when you find some good ones, you need to buy a lot of them. But normally, if you do find good ones, I'm usually too poor to buy them. So I would try to get a bag or so of sterling silver or gold plated or surgical steel. But so anyway, back to being with diabetes. Not a fun video this time. Sorry, it's not more of a tutorial, but I just thought that I would just throw this out here. If anybody else, has anybody else had success stories? Have you reversed background diabetic retinopathy? Please let me know in the comments, or share it with somebody who does have it. If you're thinking of controlling your blood sugars, maybe we can go on this journey together, where we protect our eyes, protect our beadwork, protect our future, so that, we have our grandchildren's and our children, or, loved ones that, we like to see with on a daily basis. And we have all these beautiful pieces that are inside our mind and inside our dreams, that we can visualize, like we're watching movies, TV shows, and, sometimes you see it, you see like, I want to bead that, and this is what it's going to look like, right? And, if we don't take care of our health, I won't have eyes to see with, and I won't have hands to make with. I come from, we're both parents were diabetic, so I have to work at that. Here are the lanyards that we made, just a sample of the lanyards that we made. It's kind of a braid shape with some trees. So thank you for sitting this far, and Miigwech.